Jackets win 2-0 over the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, normally I'm like, okay, it was an empty net goal, really 1-0. However, it was Wimberg that scored the empty net goal. He needs as much praise as he can get for scoring an actual goal. It was 2-0. And while this game wasn't the most exciting game to watch, it's a lot of what the Blue Jackets did last year against Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is a high-flying, skilled offensive team that can outscore any team. And the Blue Jackets just clogged up the middle, battled them in the corners, and scored when they got their chances. Blue Jackets lost players in the offseason, and they're going against a weaker team this year, and they're doing the exact same thing. Just going to work and battling in the corners, clogging up the middle of the ice. Toronto could not do anything. They had a couple of good chances, but Corp was there to make the saves. And if he did give up rebound, which he didn't give up many, the defense was there clearing it out of the way. There was no second or third opportunities for Toronto because they were just gone. But starting off first period, Toronto comes out with a little bit of buzz. They get an early chance by Nick Robinson, but Corp makes a huge saves on him. And Columbus starts to turn on a little bit. They're starting to dominate play a little bit more. And they're getting a couple shots on Freddie, but Freddie's making some big saves as well. Going through the entire first period, and the goalies make the saves that they have to, and we head to the second period, tied at 0. Come on for the second, Toronto tries to turn on a little bit more. Austin Matthews, who was great all night, had a really good chance. Toronto the puck in the offensive zone, they're moving the puck behind the net. Nylander gets it, and he looks out front, and Austin Matthews is all alone. It hits a beautiful pass right over to him. Matthews takes a one-time shot, and Corpy pushes off and just completely robs Austin Matthews. It was a great save, and I think if that goal goes in, Toronto gets a little bit of confidence, and they turn it up even more, and then the floodgates open for Toronto. But Corpy robs him, and now they're like, what do we have to do to score? That was a grade A chance that just got robbed, because they know they're not going to get many of those, and the few that they had to capitalize on, and they didn't. Columbus is just sitting there biding their time, waiting for Toronto to mess up, and eventually they'll get an opportunity and they'll take it and go. But we head to the third period, still tied at 0. Start the third period, there's an early line change by Toronto and Columbus, but Atkinson's one of the first guys on the ice, and he starts to take off up the ice, and the defense for the Jackets pick off the puck and just send it up the wall. And Atkinson gets it, and he picked it up with speed. Good luck trying to defend him. I think it was Morgan Riley was the defenseman on this play. Did a good job, kept him outside, but Atkinson put a beautiful shot on, went right under the arm of Freddie, and the Jackets now lead 1-0. And you can tell, though, that that was going to be the type of goal that went in. A kind of a soft goal from about 15 feet out. Both goalies are playing so well that that's what it had to be to win. It was a great shot by Atkinson, but Freddie probably should have been a little more set up, and he should have stopped that one. But he didn't, and Jackson will get the lead about a minute into the period. And for the rest of the third, Toronto would try and push. Columbus would clog him up, battle him in the corners. They really couldn't do anything, and as time started to wind down, the Blue Jackets had an opportunity, going at the empty net. Wimberg has the puck and passes it. Gets broken up because, of course, Wimberg's going to pass the puck first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Unless he has 0 options, that puck's going to be passed. And so Toronto tries to come up a little bit again, and Blue Jackets once again force a turnover, get it to Wimberg. Wimberg enters the zone, looks around and goes, I have nobody to pass to, and then he decides to shoot and pin an empty net. And now the Jackets lead 2-0 with about 18 seconds left. What I like about this Wimberg goal is I saw a lot of Toronto fans go, man, they don't have a lot of offensive weapons. They have a few like Atkinson and Borkstrand and Wimberg. I was like, Wimberg's not an offensive weapon. He'll pass the puck, and he's good at that, and he'll set up people, but not an offensive weapon. True offensive weapons for the Jackets are Seth Jones and Zach Werenski. But for the rest, the final little bit, Columbus shuts it down, and Corpy picks up his win in his NHL postseason debut. And he's the first ever Blue Jackets goalie to have a shutout, which is crazy to think, because for years the Jackets had been Bob in the net for the playoffs, but he never got a shutout. If Toronto wants to do anything this series, they're going to have to learn how to take a hit or figure out a way to battle out of the corner. There is one play in particular. It was in the second period. Austin Matthews has the puck in the corner, and the offensive zone for him. And he starts to head down behind the net, and Seth Jones is there, and he kind of is cutting off the angle. And he's about 5 feet out from him, and he allows Austin Matthews to make moves in this small little area in the corner, and eventually Seth Jones creeps his way in and gets close enough to Matthews to hit him and take the puck away. He allowed Matthews to do whatever he wanted on the outside, and that's what the Jackets allowed most of the Maple Leafs to do all night. Do what you want on the outside of the zone. The second you try to come in or take a shot, we're shutting that down. And so if Toronto wants to do anything, they're going to have to figure out a way to break through that. Tampa couldn't do it last year. Maybe Toronto will figure out what Tampa couldn't figure out last year. But if Columbus does this again and they shut down Toronto the same way for game 2 and possibly game 3 and win both of those, hopefully, there's going to have to look from the hockey world that maybe Tampa didn't suck as much as people are expecting. Columbus just is that good defensively. If they've done it to Tampa, if they do it to Toronto, somebody's got to look and go, maybe Columbus is really good at defense. And it kind of makes for a boring game to watch if you like the high-flying offense. Me personally, as a former goalie, I like the low-scoring games. The goalie's making some big saves. There could have been a few more of those in this game, but still, all in all, I thought it was a very good game, mainly because of the score. But that'll do it for this video. Thank you for watching. Click like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And until next time, when Blue Jackets play Toronto Maple Leafs for game number 2, I will see you later.